I once rented out a house a couple of years ago, and some of my friends lived there, and they'd pay me rent, and that would help me to pay off the entire sort of rent that I had to pay. I ran a classic car restoration business from that house as well, and I had a garage, and one of the people that lived there, Mike, he was a mechanic, and he'd do the work on the cars for me. Sometimes I'd help him. He'd sort of tell me about what problems he'd had and what he needed, what tools, that sort of thing, and I'd sort of do that. And it was a bit naughty, but sometimes I'd do that when I had Zach as well. Ordinarily, I make the effort to just be with him and do the things he wants to do, and I try and do my work when I don't have him. Well, on this occasion, we were talking about something, Mike and I, and Zach came up and he started pulling my hand. I want to do some drawing. And I remember saying to him, Zach, look, not now, and then stopping and thinking, oh, this is all wrong. And I turned round to Mike and said, Mike, it'll have to wait. And that was okay because he was working for me, so that was that. And I asked Zach what he wanted to do. And he said he wanted to put up a sign outside the house that said no big bad wolves were allowed in. Because I think he'd just read a story, what's that story? The three little piggies where they get eaten up by an itinerant wolf. We had a bus stop outside the house as well. So we made up this sign with one word on a piece of A4 paper, and we had about eight pieces or something, and we stuck them on this front wall outside the house, and it said, no big bad wolves allowed here. And Zach had decided this was the sentence that he wanted. So we stuck that outside the house, and I remember that these buses would just pull up and stop, and all these people would sort of read the sign and think, what? And the sign stayed up there for a good week, I think 10 days before it finally came down. That says it all really about my household.